Late. I was sleeping. Yeah. I fell asleep. So I'm running a little late today. But yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I literally just woke up.
We were all thinking you were dead.
It's not Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off.
I was asleep.
Yeah, Shadow was thinking that, but I was kind of worried. He was kind of feeding my being worried.
Is he the one who called me?
Yeah, I told him. I don't know. I think James isn't in my contacts list. I tried getting in touch with him. Hey, look at this
Sherman,
guy.
yeah, Sherman
Fucking not
Oaks,
dead.
California.
Hey. I clicked the button as soon as it came live.
Yeah.
Hey, Shadwell, you see my message I put on your video today?
Yes, I did. I'll respond accordingly later. I usually do them in batches because I get kind of a lot of them. Not a lot, but you know.
The X card one.
Hey, what's happening? Get the whole James gang here.
Hey.
How you doing?
What is happening?
I'm painting some gugs.
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 What the fuck was that?
Cthulhu Gugs? Yep, that's a Gug. 3D printed them, huh?
Yeah, 12 of them.
Did you print a Hungar mini?
Somebody's in for a hell of a night.
This is the look of disappointment, dude.
You're wearing a Santa Claus hat.
Yeah. You
let me turn on my camera, my light. It's cold.
Oh yeah, what's it like up there?
20.
20. It's like 70 something down here.
Yeah, I heard it's what, like 40s in Florida right now?
Nah, it's not that bad.
16 this morning. Dang.
Yeah, we've got record lows.
I wouldn't even get out of bed if it was 16.
Why do you think I was sleeping and I was late? It's cold. I'm not going to run the heater really hot because I hate artificial heat. So I got the heat set at like 69.
Oh, child.
Yeah, I'm too old to grow up, man.
Yeah, I'll say
that.
So, what are you guys talking about today?
The show just started.
I was thinking why Hungar's such a slacker and
yeah, like freak. You got like at least
worried and shit. Raven is just about beside herself.
You got at least 3 times the Shadow being late before you can call him slacker again, Hungar.
You know what? I've been on your show more than I've been on mine lately.
Yes, you have. What's up with that?
I don't know. I've been busy painting.
You usually do that on your show.
Yeah. The only
it's like that's what you do on your show.
I don't know.
You all depressed and stuff, bro?
No, man.
My slacker ass brother hasn't called me in 2 days.
I even called you today.
I had to go get a nerve ablation the other day, and that sucked.
Ooh. Well, yeah.
So.
Yeah, you wouldn't be running out of ideas, would you?
No.
You can always ask an AI.
I just did you see the picture that the guy used AI to make the cleric from BX? I posted it.
I'll have to look that up.
Did you see the little thing where the AI was making anime version of a trans dude, and it kept on pissing it off because it kept on making it look like a dude.
Oh yeah. I did see that one. That was funny.
Oh, okay.
This trans dude was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make me an anime person with this AI," and it would scan and then be a dude. And it was like, "I'm a girl," and the AI was like, "Nah, bitch." I sent Justin a little video of his bird today.
Yeah.
Hey Curtis, what's happening?
You should pull it up.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey, everybody. Pull it up. Play it on the stream.
I think I'm going to have these Gugs live in caves in the southern mountains.
Cool. I'm just gonna play my bird. I play my favorite cockatoo or whatever it was. Parrot.
You don't even know.
I don't even know. I watched it, but I don't know. A parrot or something.
It's a conure.
Is it a conure? I don't know. Yeah. Birds, man. Birds are for.
Stop eating grass. Dumbass.
Birds don't exist.
Yeah.
They're a figment of our collective imagination.
The government invented them to spy on us.
Hey, one of these days I'll tell you a story about that when we're not on stream.
Jesus.
Are you gonna pull it up?
I'm working on it.
Okay. Oh.
See, there she is.
Hi, Raven.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's alive.
Just because it's not Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Morbid stuff. Wow.
That's pretty hilarious.
That's my favorite bird ever.
Jackie's gonna love that. You should see him freaking marching around every freaking chance he gets.
The train's on. I'm W.
Well, you can't say anything really bad about it because that's one of the official marching songs of the French Foreign Legion.
Yeah. What's happening, Bear?
So if somebody wants
to Bear? I don't see him.
What's up? You can
he's on the fucking screen. Duh.
That's French Foreign Legion?
No, it isn't.
That's German.
At the end of World War II, so many German soldiers joined the French Foreign Legion that Erica became an official French Foreign Legion song.
Well, you know the Germans love France.
Well, yeah. The French SS were one of the hardest fighting.
Like Raven loves cake.
Oh
yes.
What the actual fuck did I just walk into?
You walked into a con. You're walking across the windowsill.
Dear God. I've been
patriotically
30, man. My brain can't handle this.
I'm right there with you, Bear.
I just watched a documentary about the French Foreign Legion. Those guys are badasses.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, since the very beginning.
Did you see was it the documentary where they have all the people trying out for it and all the people who fail?
Yeah, it's like most of them fell before they even make it into the desk to ask to join.
I knew this Dutch guy worked with him in Florida at a pizza place, and he was, a veteran of the French Foreign Legion.
I got a scar on my belly from a French legionnaire, foreign legionnaire. When I was bouncing, he bit me on the fucking gut when I was having his head in a chokehold.
Yeah.
Hey, you do what you do.
Yeah.
No kink shaming here, buddy.
Bouncing.
Well, James is king.
You call it whatever you want to call it,
you find bouncing amusing, buddy?
No. I just Mr. Max's version of bouncing isn't the same as yours.
I would never want to
I gave my body
protecting idiots because I don't like to mess with people. And to be a bouncer, sometimes you got to handle stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am naturally, by nature, non-confrontational.
I'm not. I'm very
No,
confrontational.
seriously, really?
I would never know that about you, Max.
You're so delicate and gentle.
And
Considerate of other people's
such a
feelings.
The
Such a
perfect
hardcore
gentleman
male
everywhere he
feminist.
goes.
Yeah.
Max, the hardcore male feminist.
Yeah, oh yeah, man. You got me there. Oh man, like I was so pissed this morning. I had to do like some errand in the village, right? And there's like one road to go down in the downtown, right? And it was fucking blocked by cops. So and I had to go through there like a few times because like then I had to come back home, get something, go back, right? And they were fucking blocking the road because they were giving like information about woman abuse or some shit like that, you know, to add insult to injury.
Made you late because women's right.
Yeah, exactly. You fucking like impede my travel for some bitch that don't know when to shut up and get her mouth a little bit smacked.
Wow.
All right, well, it's going to be like that.
Put me in a bad mood.
Apparently.
Max woke up and chose violence. No surprise.
Yeah, that's a
what's
daily
the
event.
saying?
That's
Life
every
is
morning.
multiple choice.
Nope. After the third time, they stopped me like to try to give me the pamphlet. I said, "Fuck, man, I fucking like it's the third time I go through here. I get it, right? I'm gonna fucking like go smack some blood in the mouth for you know."
Mo's like, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, man, it's just
Like Sean Connery.
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
You
he
know,
wasn't
every now and
wrong.
then you just got to give him a little bit of a smack.
Yeah, and when they don't know when the argument is over, right?
Oh, Jesus.
They keep pushing it. So that's the stream now.
Hey, Max.
Hey,
Hey, Max. Max, I got one for you.
What?
Do you know what all abused women have in common?
What?
They just don't know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
Jesus.
goodness, guys.
You know, the reason I was late today for my show is last night a friend of mine up here took me to a strip club.
Nice.
And it was
Chewy.
it was a strip club of disabled women.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, that place was just crawling with pussy.
Strip club before like before lunchtime, right? Just like
Now, get it? It was disabled strip club, so it was crawling with
oh
bitches.
man. I got it.
God. I was waiting for it, Raven. I was waiting for that.
I'm not even. Why did you get up again?
I've never put my hands on a woman.
I told you know, there's a guy being mean to him. And I told those bitches to stand up for themselves, but they just wouldn't.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is the only show I can join where I don't feel like I'm going to say something bad.
You're the voice of reason.
Running the show.
Yeah, you're the voice of reason.
I used to think Legion of Myth was the show where I saw the darkest side of this community, and then I remembered Hungar has a stream, and
Yeah, but that's because you're liberal.
yeah,
but-
I'm
yeah,
a
but-
liberal. Yeah,
But Hungar's a
Yeah,
funny
you
dark.
are.
You know, sometimes Max Leal, it can just be like, "Fuck the world," and I'm all like, "Hey, yeah, fuck the world." You know, there's a difference.
Whoa, Ray, blame it on us all. Why are you throwing me in with these ass hats on this one? Fuck that.
I haven't said anything, but people are bad and liberal.
I agree,
Man,
Ray. Lord
see,
have
this is the
mercy on us
problem.
all.
Some guys run their mouth and all men get painted. That's how it always works. Fuck women, they don't listen.
Just like a woman.
Shadow knows what to do.
Shadow, I got a better one for you than the joke you told. You want to hear it?
Sure.
What do you tell a woman with two black eyes?
Nothing. You already told the bitch twice.
Exactly.
What does a woman do when she gets out of the battered shelter? Dishes.
Right.
She knows what's good for her.
Jesus Christ, that's awful.
Oh.
Oh, see, but I like dark humor. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I really like.
It's important to be able to laugh at those things, right? And
Well,
Shit, if you don't, you're gonna cry, baby. You know.
Yeah. Well,
if you
The world's a
can't,
horrific
then there is
fucking
no
place. And listen, Max, for all your bullshit about women, I know for a fact that if you worked as a bouncer, you do not like seeing other people suffer regardless of their gender. So don't, you can play the tough guy as much as you want, but if you saw a woman getting her fucking ass tanked, you'd step in and do something about it.
I have a question, and this is a serious question. How come when you go to an animal shelter and pick out like a dog or a cat, you're a hero, but you go to the women's shelter and try to do it, and you're just a fucking villain?
Yeah. Like, fuck. He's just trying to offer them a stable home and shit.
Because the women that are there, they don't want a stable home. If they did, they still have a good guy out there, right? They pick the bad guy. They pick the guy that
Hey, Raven, you chose violence. I responded. That's all that happened there, my dear.
If I can be serious though for a second, we talk a lot about like.
I am being serious.
I don't know. Can you?
I can't believe you actually said that.
We talk a lot about like physical abuse because like Bear, you called me out, like a woman getting their ass kicked and stuff like that, and I think like we make too much case out of it because like we don't talk about enough psychological abuse and stuff like that. I never hit my woman. I never hit any woman I have, but I know I've been mean to some of them, and I've got away with it because like, oh, you don't raise a hand to a woman. Like I can fucking break a woman just by talking, right?
Yeah.
I try to be better now, but like we need to consider that as well, and that goes both way. I also like women fucking doing psychological abuse to sometimes the physical wound heal easier than the psychological one.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can just all agree that humans are shitty fucking creatures to each other way more than they're not.
You also
I've been seeing a lot lately where dudes are just getting tired of women smacking them around and shit, trying to smack them around in public.
Yeah. You also get like one of the big things the MRA movement was complaining about is governments weren't recognizing the forms of abuse women prefer in relationships, like poison. It's not domestic violence to poison your partner because women prefer that method of violence.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not even talking about domestic cases. I've been seeing videos.
No,
like this Russian dude was in a bar and a woman came up and smacked him across the face, and
but that's Russia.
He said,
it's
across the bar.
Well, it's everywhere except the Western Europe, right?
It's happening in America too.
The plaza where one of the grocery stores by me, almost every time I go there, I'd see the same couple, and the woman would be beating her boyfriend, and there would be a cop car sitting right there watching them and doing shit about it.
That's fucked up.
It's because you live in Ontario. Cops don't do shit in Ontario except give out tickets.
I am a feminist,
but still,
and I am a feminist in one way. I believe in true equal rights. If the bitch hits me, I'm smacking her back.
And you're going to prison for it, even if you don't leave a mark and she breaks your fucking face open.
So I have a buddy of mine whose girlfriend decided to attack him with scissors. He wound up with cuts all over his hand, and he was forced to defend himself. And the way he chose to defend himself was a backhand to basically knock some sense into her. She called the cops. They came over. Guess who got arrested?
He got arrested.
And he had blood coming off his hands from the scissors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where she was trying. She said he hit her first, and then she defended herself. It's like,
I'm not talking about like in a domestic violence or domestic type of thing. I'm talking about if I'm out in public and a bitch hits me in public, I'm slapping her back. I don't give a shit. I go to jail. I've been to jail before. I got money for bail.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs to know how to defend themselves properly, but there are ways.
Raven, I like ham, onions, cheddar cheese, mustard.
Yeah,
strychnine.
Get it. Or else.
Or else.
Justin, voted most likely to be killed by his sex worker.
Voted most likely to be killed by a sex worker. That's funny. You know what? If you think about it, though, prostitutes are cheaper and more. Prostitutes make more sense
math.
and
They're
cheaper,
a lot cheaper
than a wife.
Yeah.
And that's even without divorce.
Who was the famous? Who is the
That's
famous
true.
race car driver who explained why men pay for sex? You remember that one?
Because it's easier.
No, he said we don't pay them for sex; we pay them to leave.
Okay. Let's
dying a little
course
more
correct
inside.
this
He's
fucking
dying.
shit now before we go way down the black hole.
We're already down the black hole. It's Wacky Wednesday.
Wait, we can go darker?
Oh, we
Really?
can go a lot darker, buddy.
Well, we
Hey,
gotta make
Nerd
this race.
Nerd is here.
Oh, no, we have to-
Hi, Nerd.
We have to clean up our act now.
Oh boy.
We better
You
start
walk
acting
in
like
today.
human beings now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Mama's here. We all got to walk straight now.
Yeah. She'll never know what we talk when she's not around.
She's a Marine. She's heard it all.
I know
Yeah,
shit. I
I'm
was
sure
just gonna
she
say.
Or worse.
I love that one video. What did we learn today? What's not allowed here? Racism. And what did we learn? They're people now. And you got to do push-ups.
They're people.
And then Hungar throws in the freaking link again with Raven and Nerds. Are we gluttons for punishment today?
I'm not scared.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah. They're in another place than me.
Yeah. Justin's not scared. He can't see them.
Yeah. Oh, I'm blind.
Waiting.
So seriously though, as when I was a bouncer and all the shit I used to do, I only ever had to put hand on a woman once, and it was not a hard hand, but it was necessary at the time. And you know, it was. I felt like shit after because you know it's not the right choice. But I was literally in a position where it's like, well, this is eventually going to turn into a finger in my eye if I don't do something. You know.
I work in I work in gay bar, right? And we had a little
That's and now you know why I was talking about bouncers earlier when it comes to Mr. Max.
I worked in a gay bar too.
Yeah,
No.
That's a
You didn't work there. You worked there.
Yeah.
I want to take you to the gay bar.
But like, yeah, like fucking lesbian that was like causing a lot of trouble, and sometimes you have to kick them out. Right? They were fucking violent.
Dude, when I used to do the Hershey bars, the lesbian event in Vancouver,
Yeah.
man, I never got my ass grabbed more than by lesbians. Like they think it's the funniest fucking thing in the world, running up and grabbing your ass all the time.
Sexual assault. That's what that is.
Yeah, well, me too. Hashtag whatever. Wah.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we're supposed to deal with it. You know?
And what did we learn?
They're people now.
Yep.
I like the drill sergeant's black.
What isn't allowed here?
Racism.
And what did we learn?
They're people now.
Yep.
He's like, yep.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Are they?
They, you know, the guy said that, you know, you don't put up and talk so much shit as you do in the military. It's not for people who have sensitive feelings.
Like
way
there.
over the line stuff every single day. Just nonstop, way over the line.
I heard now it's not like that. Like they got all these ridiculous rules put on them now. Isn't that the way it is? They're not allowed to swear at the trainees anymore and stuff like that.
No, beat, but they said the same thing when I was in. The generation before said it. The generation before said it. Anyone who served was in the last generation of there being real badasses, and now they're a bunch of sissified pussies. Every generation says that.
No, I thought it was the law. I thought like there was now a law that they weren't allowed to swear at them during BT.
There's always new laws
I'm
that make
pretty
it
sure that's
softer.
the way it is with Chair Force.
But now, like,
racist are people now. He's saying that the races.
We have to say that the standards are definitely lower because now they let women be Marines, right?
Hey.
Wow.
Sorry, nerds.
One of my exes was a Marine, and she was actually pretty.
What was he
decent.
like? Was he pretty cool?
I can show you. I got a comment on what Crafting said here. I've only ever had one girl in my life, and she was trying to put my ass in the ground so it was fair. I'm really hoping you meant hit, but you know.
Who knows? I tell you this, I would not want to have to go toe to toe with Monsieur Max, right? Like that's just something. If you know how to fight, you look at a guy and you go, "Fuck, this is gonna hurt." I'm pretty sure I'll win, but I'm going to the hospital when it's over. Fuck. I would still put my money on Nerds Nerd and a 2 on from him. Like I would just be like, you wouldn't even like. She'd do shit to you. You're like, oh, you can do that to a human. Oh my god.
Welcome to try.
I don't know. I'd pay money for that. Nerds, you up for that?
How much money?
How much you charge?
$50.
More importantly,
What's your hourly rate?
How much did Mr. Max pay for the privilege, right?
A nerd said she don't mix gaming with money, so she just do it for fun.
So here's a really funny thing. I had a friend of mine. She was a mistress in Washington D.C. for BSDM, right? BDSM.
Yeah.
And
BDS.
she had a dungeon, but she also did private calls to hotels. She said I can't name names, but the amount of right-wing anti-gay politicians that paid me money not to do things, but to abuse male prostitutes in front of them was ridiculous. Like,
Really?
she'd be like, I saw this guy talking about the horrors of gay sex, and here he is jerking off to me, fucking some guy in the ass. You know, it's like insane.
Yeah, but I bet you a lot of liberals. I bet you a lot of liberals liked it too.
She said it was way more Republicans than it was ever Democrats.
It's all those.
How many Republicans got caught with a gay prostitute after campaigning against gay marriage? There's a strong correlation between homophobia and your own internal desires.
Look at the Prime Minister of Ireland getting caught in the club, the gay club, making out with the dude, and he's preaching family values while he's on the pulpit, right?
I don't.
This is why you got to be real careful.
Like literally with the Republican Party, they're picked out of a freaking
that's all about the city
model agency. Right?
I'm out.
This
is not a political.
Steer away from politics.
Wait. We can talk about beating women.
That's not politics.
Politics is over the fucking line.
Yeah. So now we know your
politics are divisive. Beating women, nobody can agree to that.
Most men can agree on beating women, but most men can't agree on their political beliefs. There's some things that are just not right to talk about. Politics.
You lost the track on this one, Hungar.
I firmly live by the adage: if you don't do politics, politics will do you.
No, I believe in politics, and I talk about politics. But I talk about politics with a select few people that I know who actually...
Which ain't us. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
We're on a live stream too, so it's not just
we're not inner circle.
No, you guys are inner circle.
We're on a live stream talking about beating women. Max.
We're on a live stream making jokes.
Only when they deserve it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like when they try to serve you vegetables and shit.
Nah, vegetables are good.
What we're talking about is jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I know that we all have different political beliefs, and I'm not being a special snowflake, but this is not a fucking safe space.
Okay.
So, I want my friends to continue to be my friends.
Okay.
And the best way to fuck up a friendship is politics.
Yeah, I can think of a better way, but yeah.
Well, fucking your girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's like the number one thing.
That'll get it done quick.
Yeah. Well, that goes back to
the Justin.
It depends how close of friends you are.
Huh?
It really does.
Did I just call you a cuck? Yes, I did.
I've never been cucked.
Oh,
as far as I know.
You pay extra for it.
No, I don't pay for sex, bro. I don't need to.
So you
always do, man.
Yes, you do. You do. You just don't know you do.
Well, I think I said that earlier about the cost.
You always
more I
pay
did
for
math,
sex.
but
Yeah, financially, prostitution's a better financial situation than marriage.
Anyway, what was
Y'all
funny,
are marrying
and
wrong.
I think
Gotta
we
be
were
smarter
talking
with your
about
money.
it the other day.
you gotta marry the prostitute.
I do like how James has just been quietly glue gunning while this is going on.
Everybody was making fun of that female cop for banging like 30 dudes in her department.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there was a meme, and it just showed like a military chick kind of giving her the side eye, and then going on like
the Barack Bunny.
My favorite part of that whole thing,
army, man.
My favorite part of that whole lady cop doing what she did was like it was proof positive men will fuck if offered sex, because she was not a good looking lady.
No, she's all right.
No, she was like
She's a mid.
you wouldn't give her a
mediocre
second fucking glance at the grocery store. You know what I mean?
No, you wouldn't go out of your way to pick her up, but if she's trying to throw the booty at you,
That's
you
the
know,
point.
man,
That's the
catch it.
point, right?
But you know, like the real scale about how you want to fuck a woman is like how easy it is and how long has it been since you fuck, right? It's just like, you know, the longer you've been without sex, the lower your standard are gonna be, and the easier it is. There, you know what? Let's do it. Let's fuck it.
So,
You know?
so the reality is this:
I have to
for
disagree
a
with
woman
that,
to
Max.
have sex, for a man to have sex, it's a question of how much money he's willing to spend. For a woman to have sex, it's a question of how lowering of her standards she's willing to go. That is the primary difference between the two of us, and that's why we will always never be able to communicate properly between the genders on this, because we see it from two different ways.
Women give sex for love, and men give love for sex.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is. Now, I've seen on women's posting L's on Twitter a bunch of crazy shit. Like this one guy's like, this girl posted, it's like, I was talking to this guy, and you know, he found out that I had an OnlyFans, and he canceled our date. And I asked him about it. He's like, why would I take you out and spend $100 just for the odd chance of seeing you naked when I can do it for $3.95?
Yeah.
Women are dumb, and I don't respect them. That's
That's
right.
right.
Just
Just
have
have sex with them.
them.
Show me your genitals. Genitals.
Your genitalia.
That's our greatest,
That's one of your
cultural
boys,
export.
Fair. That's one of
That's
yours.
from Montreal. That's Jean Lavoie. He's from
That's
Montreal.
Yeah.
Yep.
He is a funny motherfucker.
He played
I
taco.
like that. I like that video with the kids.
The
They're
ball.
watching
Yeah, you always fucking play that shit.
No. The one where he's got it's like a short, and there's the kids, and they got they're watching the sex scene in the horror film, and then the one.
Yeah.
Women are stupid and I don't respect them. That's right, I just have sex with them. Show me your genitals. Your genitals. What? Show me your genitals. Genitalia. Show me your genitals. Your genitals. What? Show me your genitals. Genitalia. You're talking to me about stuff. Why? I'd rather see your titties. Now you're talking about other stuff. Why? I'd much rather see your titties. I can't have sex with your personality, and I can't put my penis in your college degree, and I can't shove my fist in your childhood dreams, so why are you sharing all this information with me?
Yes, I can't put my fist in your childhood dreams.
It's like, wait a
You
minute.
be trying
what?
to put your fist in anything. It's just degenerate.
That's not good.
I like when he's at a birthday party and talking about how the kid was singing about how the kid was born. I was like, one night your mom and dad came home, they drank a bottle of wine out, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, he's pretty good. He
Yeah,
also
brother.
does the regular, everyday, normal
average guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Want some
dance.
of this, bitch?
The
We
the
can do it
dance always
all
cracks
year
me up.
long.
It is the dance.
The dance is really disturbing.
The dance is the best.
Hey,
Hey,
Dean,
Dean,
You're talking about guys
What's up,
who
brother?
basically just got on the internet, did some crazy shit, and made good with it, man. You know,
Those are good old days.
Can you imagine if he released that shit today in this political climate for the respect and shit? Dude, they'd crucified him.
Well, his channel would have been banned.
Oh, yeah,
Sneaker.
YouTube would have canceled his account.
Liquor said this guy should DM for Mr. Max. Like that's that's the culture I come from, right? We come from the same.
Yeah,
You know,
especially in Canada.
People are gonna get shocked by thing I say. You know, that's part of my culture. You're being insensitive.
Yeah. So if the cops ever come for you, you just call them.
Racist.
What's the law about cultural? Fuck.
Wow, words are hard, huh, Justin?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Missing out.
Mr. Mex identifies as an asshole, so it's a protected status.
Yeah.
Not in
Yeah.
Canada. It is electable though here, so that's nice.
It's vegetable.
Mr. Max is a good boy. You guys got
Mr.
him.
Max for
all wrong.
Prime Minister. I'm down. I'll vote.
People ask me.
I'll solve like all those issues, man. That
Last time you'll vote.
Well, yeah,
Sometimes-
you'll take it away.
Sometimes
I'll
sometimes
still get the
thing
vote.
will get shit. Shit will get done though. So that's that. You know.
sometimes my show will go on for a couple of weeks, pretty normal, and people ask, Hungar, why aren't you monetized, man? And then I have a show like this,
And this is a mild one.
and this is why.
That'll be a good slogan, like Mr. Max, vote for me. You don't only once. I'm only asking you to vote for me once.
If people want to know, my
Voting
true
is a
political-
hassle.
If people want to know how I feel about politics, right here, motherfuckers. All right.
Yeah. Assassination belongs in the stealth department.
Is that the Crypt Keeper? What is that?
That's freaking Putin.
The only legitimately democratically elected leader on the planet.
Yeah.
That's right.
So why is am I going this way? Why is like rape still like the #1 female fantasy?
What?
Am I going this way? Yeah.
Right.
Mr.
Oh,
Max.
yes, I gotta head out. Yeah, it's nice seeing you.
No, I'm asking you.
Holy
The
shit.
psychology behind that is fairly well understood. On a serious note, it has to do with Missy with shame being applied to women for having sexual fantasies, and removing their choice from the scenario makes it safer. Mixed with a combination of kinks are primarily a way to explore your fears, which is why those in power, their kink is usually losing it. So one of the greatest fears of women is being dehumanized, being used, being assaulted. So there's both overlap into it.
So you're saying
Yeah.
women are
Yeah.
Whatever happened to just plain old doggy style being okay for people? I mean, what the fuck?
Dude,
I don't need, I don't need all this weird shit.
dude, it's when
Come
they
on,
get
man.
asked to choke them. I'm like, fuck no.
Oh,
That's
no,
not
no,
happening. No
Wait, they asked
fucking
trying to
way.
frame
You're
it
gonna
for
have
something.
fucking in my hand.
They ask you to do it. They ask me to
neck.
stop doing it.
That's not gonna fucking happen, baby. No way.
Whatever happened to just normal ass sex?
Yeah.
You get bored at some point, no? You have enough of it, and just like say, you know, maybe I want to try to stick it in your peel.
That's bullshit, because I could eat a pepperoni pizza 3 times a week and still want pepperoni pizza the next fucking week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been getting pepperoni pizza. She's been getting just the bread.
Well, you know what? She needs to work on her own time. You heard about the woman who can't orgasm, right?
The cake orgasm?
Who
No.
cares? No, that's not true. I always make sure that she gets hers.
There's a whole box under the.
But is it from you?
Yes, it's from me, and I just don't understand all these weird kinks that people always have. It's like, why do you have to be so? Why does everything have to be weird? Why can't some things just be pure?
We need Brian for this
Pure?
conversation.
Are you fucking a virgin now?
No, not being a virgin, but if you're with your wife, okay, you're married, you're with the wife.
The whole, like you meet a woman now. The whole fucking town have been like running a train on her. You want to be the
You don't
first
marry-
one to do
you don't
something
work-
to her, no?
You don't marry the fucking town bicycle.
Sex.
No, but I know, like when you get one of those broad, right?
I'm
Like,
just saying, a good
she got like
night
every
involves
fucking
pizza
dick in her
sex.
pussy, like in town, right? Now you can be the first to do something to her, like. So you have to make it weird. You have to be like, oh, you know, nobody
I'm
ever
not
done
gonna
that to
bang
you,
a
right?
chick that's been with everybody on the planet.
Well, I'm not gonna marry her.
I'm not even gonna mess with her.
Squirrel, get out while you can, brother.
They
Run,
bring
Lucky man.
Run,
certain things
squirrel.
to the relationship that I'm not looking for, like venereal diseases.
What's this talk of relationship you're talking about?
They bring certain things to frickin' night that I'm not looking for. I'm not trying to get the gonorrhea herpes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gonorrhea herpes.
That's right. I don't want that shit.
Hey, nerds, nerd, when you run, take me with you, please. Don't leave me here.
Someone make me mod so I can kick Bear for his own good.
Ah, that's sweet.
What what I'm
I
just
learned
saying,
kind of the hard way that you don't ever date a woman who spent 8 years in the Navy on an aircraft carrier.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, you hear
Just
that?
don't
That was
date
my
anyone who was in the Navy for 8 years on an aircraft carrier. They've all done it.
Yeah, they are.
what they say about
I
submarines.
saw that music video.
What they say about submarines.
Navy.
42 dudes go out, 22 couples come back.
21.
21. So where'd they get the extra 2 dudes from? They pick them up in Guam?
Yeah, they pick them up.
No, one of them
they
got
pick them up
pregnant.
at their first
Had
port.
twins.
No,
Hey,
You got
it's
it
too early
wrong.
to math.
you got wrong.
But no,
One homogenous homosexual group sex pile comes back.
What I'm saying is, don't. I don't fuck around with.
It's not
these
gay
women.
if you're underwater.
Or if you're in jail.
Or if you don't kiss.
Yeah, the kissing is just gay as shit.
No, it's not gay if there's more than 5 people in the group.
What?
This is a whole nother word for that shit.
Yeah, there is.
Did I mention I've been up since 2:30 in the morning? My brain can't handle this.
Really?
It's international waters, is what Bleeker's saying. You gotta wait until you get out to international waters.
See, this is funny too because I mean,
I recommend a documentary called The Gift.
Oh, man.
Girl says no eye contact.
No.
Justin,
Give
as
her-
soon as
And that's
we
what
get
that's
off
your favorite part, the eye contact.
Just as soon as we get off of this video call, you need to come over and kiss me on my mouth. I'm feeling romantical and shit.
Fuck no. You, good sir, can go away.
Romantic.
So nerds, what happens underwater stays underwater. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I've heard.
my
will
nephew
never
said
go
they're
swimming
starting to
again.
let females on submarines now.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
he's an officer in the Navy, and he said
I
it-
won't go. Not at
like the
gunpoint.
whole thing.
Not at gunpoint.
No?
Yeah, Justin's gonna get in
It's
dragon
like a
out of the wharf.
60% sexual assault
Yeah,
rate just on normal basis. Can you imagine on a submarine?
Yeah, we used to have rules like we weren't allowed to cross the golf course at night at
Wait,
Fort
how many you
Stewart
said, nerds?
because I guess somebody got sexually assaulted there. But we would do it anyway because it was the shortest way to get back to the barracks.
How much did you say, nerd? On a normal base?
model.
60%.
There was a report that came out a couple of years ago, and it was about 60% of women in the military had been assaulted.
That's not a joke, by the way.
Yeah,
What- well, I'm gonna
there
make
was
a joke.
something.
What
where
does
I
mean?
think
What
it
does
was
assaulted mean?
The chair
Yeah.
force was having some kind of conference,
Oh, tailhook.
and like they were just passing them around and stuff, and
Yeah.
a lot of these women were afraid if they didn't go along with
Exactly.
it that
Yeah.
they would never get promoted or whatever.
Eh?
So it
Yeah.
was like
I
this.
consider the legal
crazy
system in the
thing.
military is your commanding officer. So it's like you're going against your officers if you say anything, and they have final say. You don't get to go to the normal police.
Right. You know how you settle that?
Yeah.
Well,
You
Women in the
frag them.
military?
Well, like we did in my unit, you just don't allow women.
Yeah.
3-7 infantry, no women. No women. So you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah, well, you gonna have units with just women?
That's what the
We used to.
what's it called? The Kurds do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it scares the shit out of them.
Scares the living shit out of the Islamic guys, but yeah.
Because
You gotta feed it that as
You
well.
know what? I would not want to go up against a unit of combat women, especially if they've been together for a while and they all get in sync together.
Oh,
They're all
I
like,
saw the joke
they're all
coming.
having
I
their
was
menstrual
looking
issues
down
at
the
the
road
same
going,
fucking
is that a
time.
bus or is that a joke about the menstrual cycle coming towards me?
No, it's not a joke. I'm not fucking joking.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking
IDF
joking.
has whole infantry units.
You'll be like,
that are all
we're here to
female.
help you. And salute. And they're just like, throw grenades.
I'm not fucking joking. Can you imagine there's like 200 fucking women with automatic rifles in a pissed off mood in a war situation?
And they're all E4s.
And they're all E4. Fuck. I would be like, yeah, I don't want to go up against that unit.
Well, especially if you come from a culture where, you know, getting whacked by a female is like super dishonorable.
I come from a culture where getting whacked is not a good idea.
Right. You don't.
That's my culture. I don't want to get whacked. I definitely don't want to get whacked by a pissed off chick that weighs 115 pounds who's having menstrual cramps with an automatic rifle.
See, I do know this whenever I talk to some of the guys down on the Pogue side of town, across Pogue Row, the women, they had co-ed barracks down there, and it was just like a freaking party all day, every day.
See, that's
Look
that's
at
a
the
problem
amount
with
of
the
Israeli commandos posting
Diaper
barracks porn, you know, that they make down there. You know, I mean, there's a lot of it.
Well, that's their thing.
Yeah, porn just generally.
But no, like in the Israeli military,
Yeah.
like the women are like constantly. It's like OnlyFans in the military almost.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
What do you think own on your OnlyFans? You know, those fucking porn sites.
That's messed up.
But
Well, I think I'm pretty sure that like Pornhub is owned by a rabbi.
It is literally owned by a rabbi.
yeah, it is.
I'm
Another
not
Jewish
trying.
guy.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but I don't agree with porno.
Yeah,
I think porn is blight on human society. I think
I agree.
it messes up more people than it does good things. It doesn't do anything good for anybody. It messes up people's idea on what life is actually like and what sex is actually like.
Well, but there's you can make a case. I'm not disagreeing with you, but there's a case can be made because we refuse to have actual conversations about sex in our society, and that's where we get into this problem because it doesn't fuck up Japan and it doesn't fuck up France.
It did fuck up Japan.
No, Japan turned out to have, even though they have that weird fucking touching thing on their subways, which is really fucked up.
No,
their
the
rape
crotch
numbers
shot.
were much lower than North America's.
Well, it's because also they count them differently. Actually, like they have to have like female only card. There's a lot of like
That's India. That's India that has.
No,
female.
Japan has
No, Japan has female only
They have them
subway
now
cars.
too. Oh wow.
Yeah.
And you know, like the phone camera is asked to make like the shutter sound every time you take a picture that you cannot turn off because people like taking the shutter.
Here's the difference. Okay, Japan, prostitution is legal.
And also in Japan, they don't have children. You know, they're fucked up in that way, and they have like fucking vending machine with used panties in them, right?
I've watched a lot of things on Asian culture because I'm a Japanophile. I'm a big weeb.
You're a weeb.
I'm a weeb. I admit it. Fuck it. Who cares? You know, that's my key.
No, but you try to call it like Japanophile, whatever. Like it's a fucking weeb. Use the fucking term.
Okay, now
try to make it sound fun.
Okay, in countries where prostitution is legal, you're going to have less sexual assault. Now, I'm not saying that prostitution's a great thing, but I'd rather have legal prostitution than all the fucking porno that's around in America.
It's legal here.
Because in Japan, you don't have all those issues because you're a lot of couples, a lot of relationships in Japan, the women do not find it cheating if the dude goes to see a prostitute.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's not giving her affection, he's giving her money for a service. If he was buying the prostitute flowers and taking her out to dinner and shit, the girlfriend would get fucking pissed because he's giving her affection then.
But have you seen the female alternative to that in Japan, which is the host clubs?
Yeah.
Like where these girls go and pay money to have guys pay lots of attention to them and act like, you know, a boyfriend experience, right? So it's
because they're single. Because
well, I don't know
the majority of people in Japan are single.
Oh no, there's wives. Like that's the housewives version of prostitution.
No. They have a staggering problem with like people just not hooking up.
Well, the birth rates are going down dramatically.
They're one of the lowest
if they don't do something about it, they won't
like
exist.
fucking Shinzo Abe was just saying them like just have sex. It's like, you know, just like stop being fucking weirdo in your basement.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
the
they
other
have
thing
their
is
own
they have to
incel
break their
problem.
cultural xenophobia, though. That's the other big problem. They have.
No, they don't.
No, because that's just freaking imported genocide.
Yeah,
Oh.
You
exactly.
wipe your own people out doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Shocker, the Nazis don't like immigrants.
Yeah, well, there's a
Well,
shock.
when
Himmler and
you-
Goring had thoughts on that.
Wow.
when
There
you
comes
import
out
enough
firing.
people to wipe out your own indigenous population, yeah, it's genocide. So
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, it's not that I don't like them. They have their own
Okay,
fucking
we're
country. They
getting,
can stay
too
there, right?
political here now.
Well, I mean, I will say this, that, you know, one of our relatives, Hungar and mine, Billy McKee, was a founder of the IRA, and everything they did up until now was for nothing.
That's true.
yeah,
So does that make me a Nazi? I mean,
No, but there's a
they
big difference
fought
between
to
saying
run off
that
the colonizers
saying-
and then immediately turned around and started importing hundreds of thousands of North Africans.
That's not what I'm talking about. I didn't say import a bunch of people. I said stop having a schism against mixed race couples, and that's one of the big problems they have in Japan. And as a result, the children
they
of those
do
mixed
have a
race
big
couples
problem with
get
that.
persecuted like crazy when they go to school and things like
But
that.
if you're in the Philippines and you have a mixed race child, then
it's amazing.
you're the coolest person on the planet.
Exactly.
Right. It's like high five.
And as a
But,
result,
I mean,
what's
you
happening
know,
in the Philippines, the
Japanese
population's
never
going up.
apologized for anything, though.
No.
Like the Germans have been crawling on their bellies for 80 years over some shit. The Japanese, give a shit.
Yeah, they apologized to China for the
Nanking.
Well, they
That's
should have
them.
apologized to China. They did some fucked up shit in China.
Oh, dude, they made the Nazis look very light by comparison. It's really disgusting.
The
what they done.
Japanese go out of their way when they do something right. No matter if it's like building cars, racism. I mean, fuck. Nobody is racist. Nobody is racist like an Asian person, and they got like
Their culture does not half-ass anything.
they have levels of racism. They have racism like beyond.
Wow, I walked
culture.
into a shitstorm.
You fucking go in that.
Where were you a half hour ago?
yeah, we were on your topic a half hour ago. You king-loving bastard.
You go to fucking Africa, man. Like, people are racist toward each other, like fucking the tribe. Like, you know, like, you look at what happened in Rwanda with it's everywhere. Like, you go in Latin America, it's same fucking thing. Like, it's just like us Westerners would say, like, oh no, racism is bad.
Now,
And
I will
fucking,
tell
like,
you,
walk on eggshell. You know,
I know
fucking learn.
this.
It's the natural
I know
state of the
this
world.
from experience. There's nobody more racist to a black dude in America than a dude from Africa.
Yeah.
I worked with this kid from Kenya, and I worked with him for a long time.
Eric
We worked in a
Wabuga
convenience store. His name, no bullshit. Nobody's ever gonna be able to find him or spell it, so I don't give a fuck. His name was Eric Wambuga Muga. That was his full fucking name. Okay, this dude was from Kenya. He was hardcore, African, proud to be African, and he hated American black people. They'd come in and he'd be
His dad owned slaves, bro.
His dad owned slaves. He would come into people would come into the store and they'd be like, "What's up, my brother?" He's like, "I am not your goddamn brother. If you come to Africa, we would kill you and make you work on our coffee farm. Shut up.
That order.
Hey, if it's West Africa, that's where voodoo comes from. So they
exactly.
kill them and
So
resurrect them.
necromancers. Okay, gotcha.
See, I mean, wow. I mean, I would be like, Eric, you can't say shit like that. You'll get in trouble. I do not give a fuck if I get in trouble. I just go back to Africa.
No, it's true. Listen, I've taught
Bring that
literally
fucker
over
with me.
3,000 people in my career at 15 years. And one thing that blew my mind was how much the Kenyans and Cameroonians did not like the local African American, African Canadian, whatever you want to say, people.
Yeah.
And there was one girl, she found out she was pregnant, this Cameroonian girl. And she told me, she said, "I'm going back to Africa." And I said, "Why?" She goes, "I'm not raising my children around these animals." I was like,
Yeah,
whoa.
I know Cameroonese people like the same thing. Like, say, "Oh no, it's nice," or "I want to raise children here."
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like that about a lot of people from different countries. They're like,
So
you get Asians that come over here and they're like, "Well, we're going back to fucking Korea." Why? Well, my wife's pregnant and we don't want to raise our kids here.
Yeah.
So basically,
Yeah,
everybody's a
Asian
racist. Is that
racism.
what we're agreeing on?
Yeah, everybody's a fucking racist.
Everybody.
To a
We need
degree.
to stop worrying about it.
Well, no, they rank each other, but it
No,
depends
you know,
who you
that's the
ask.
first
who's
thing you
the
gotta
number
do.
one.
Is fucking stop the
But
fucking
what's fucked up?
labels. Stop the fucking labels.
The
We're
Japanese.
not talking about labels. We're talking about Asians. Okay, it doesn't matter because if you're Asian,
Japanese are the number one Asians
Nice
unless
try,
you're
Brian.
Chinese, in which case you're the number one Asian.
but if
Unless
you're
you're
Korean, the
Korean.
Japanese are still the number one Asians.
But if you're Korean, the Japanese are number one, but you're number two.
But
And
Koreans
and-
hate but the
all
Koreans
times it's the
And
Philippines.
everybody hates the Koreans. I don't know where that comes
and
from.
the Koreans hate the
everybody
Japanese
hates
because
the
of the
Koreans.
Japanese
Wow, have
and
you
the
seen the fucking
Japanese.
K-pop, man?
Yeah,
but
have you
like
seen K-pop?
in Asia, Southeast Asia, and I'm sure Hungar and James know this. The Koreans are like the most hated of all the ethnicities, no matter China, Philippines, wherever you go. They hate the Koreans the most.
But
Hey,
the Koreans
Brian.
hate the Japanese
look
a
at
lot
the
because the
history,
Japanese
see
did
what
some fucked up
happened.
shit in Korea too.
Well,
The Japanese,
listen, don't forget there was a
anytime the
Japanese
Japanese
emperor
go
that rewrote
somewhere-
history
Well,
to remove their Korean origin in Japan.
yeah, the Koreans were like, let's just say World War II. The Koreans were part of like backing the Japanese. They're part of that kind of.
Korea has the longest history of slavery out of every other ethnicity on the fucking planet.
Hell, that comes from.
Slavery goes back 15,000 fucking years in
No,
Korea.
just 1,500.
Hey, I don't know if I ever meet some
1500?
people on my rooftop, I'm hiring Koreans.
No.
Fucking A, dude.
When we open the
Is
shop,
supply
man,
assault rifles?
we're
Take 'em
gonna
on
when we
your
open the
roof?
shop, Brian. We're gonna have to set some money aside just in
Yeah.
case shit goes south.
I'm telling
You
you,
mean
brother.
like-
And I say, brother, because I do mean brother. When you come to Texas in our shop, we're gonna be carrying on our hip, brother.
Oh,
That's
the
nothing
Filip-
weird.
The Filipino
Yeah,
really hate the
you still
Japanese.
need 2 or 3 Koreans just on staff.
Yeah, but I tell you what, the Chinese, when they set their mind to doing something, they set their mind to do it right too.
Because now in the Philippines, now they have tension with China. With
I'll
they're
tell
like
you
some
what.
island that are disputed and stuff like that, but they hate the Japanese because of the war.
Well, but
I
remember
would
at the same
much
time,
rather hang out with a black dude from the south than any white dude from the north.
Yeah, that's because you're a self-hating
Yeah,
Yeah.
SOB.
I don't know.
No, but that's the
wait,
thing too.
the
You know,
Canadians count
I
as
know
the
a lot of
North to you?
assholes in the South.
I don't think you guys count. You weren't
Okay, because I was
involved
about to
in
say,
that
man,
little
what'd we
dust-up
do?
We had a while back.
I'm a
I
Texan,
agree
man.
with Dean Powell. My favorite period of Korea is kimchi.
We are.
Hey, Beelzebub, what is that word? I don't know that word.
Oh, so I came across that blog where that guy was talking about all the complicated words on WotC, and it's pretty funny, guys.
Oh yeah, yeah.
the what? Sorry?
Wizard Coast is getting rid
Oh,
of
yeah,
like half the English language.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like double plus. Good.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't
It's,
say crazy.
Yeah.
They say
Ministry of
in-
Truth
in-
remove words
impaired.
from dictionaries.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starting a new campaign. I'm saying it here first. I'm getting the fucking dude on the oatmeal taken off for the oatmeal.
Yeah.
Quaker guy?
racist.
Why?
I find it offensive and threatening to have a white guy.
Yeah, it's a bigotry to my culture.
That's right.
I know,
That's right.
Beelzebub. I was just trying to be funny.
New shirt idea.
Canadians are aliens.
It's true,
I
they are.
For
You
an
guys,
alien.
fuck, you figured
See,
this out.
Beelzebub agrees. I've had a lot of friends that I grew up like here in the South with, and it didn't matter what color they were because culturally we were.
Oh, that's the thing. Just because you're
we were the
racist
same.
doesn't mean
liked
we
to
cannot
go
get along,
fishing and
right?
hunting and hanging out.
Just,
You can't get somebody-
Man, I agree with that. I think people like sincerely
Yeah.
racist fuckers that are racist, they can interact with others without just
Yeah.
like beating everybody up or killing everything or whatever. But
No,
yeah,
like we're having fun and we're like joking at each other and stuff like that, and everybody is like on the same it's the walking on eggshell and stuff like that is like almost more offensive like sometimes, and you're just like I'm sorry, I didn't want to offend. Like I don't know, stop being a fucking cock. You know what I mean? Just say what you mean. Just like it doesn't matter. Like you say, you're offended. I'm sorry, man. Just like
Yeah.
don't take it that
So
way.
I'm gonna.
The Klan was
I'm
so
gonna give you
violent,
guys,
the FBI had to stage all the terrorist attacks they performed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys some fast. Maybe some of you will know this already, but the way Canadians say sorry is the same way Georgians say "bless your heart." We're not sorry. It's our way of telling you you're fucking stupid, but we're just gonna keep it.
So it's
PC.
bless your heart in the South.
It is.
Yeah.
It's exactly when we say
Bless your
sorry.
heart,
That's
Bear.
going. The subtext is, "I'm sorry, you're so stupid." That's the subtext of what we're saying.
Mhm.
No,
So
no, no.
anyway, about these
Watsy
dubs,
would not agree with
man.
stupid. You'd be impaired or some shit like that.
I would
see,
love that to be walking up a mountain
Yeah.
path and have this bastard come jumping out at you.
Nah.
What
I
is
can't
it?
see his eyes or teeth, so he's not truly a black guy.
No, no, his eyes are here and they have pink eyes.
Wow.
Damn, dude. That's why we don't see Justin, is because motherfuckers are like making notes.
Do what?
Technically, he's breaking the law in Canada when he does that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Did you
What
see
the
that
hell is
video
up
I
with
sent
that
you,
bullshit?
Justin?
I am so
About-
sick to death of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want.
That's
Period.
what I said as well. If I get arrested for it, well, so be it. You know.
Well, you're allowed to do that, though, Shadow. You're an American.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
It's
I'm in
kinda iffy.
California, so
It's
does it really
getting- yeah.
count?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
man.
It still counts. You're still an
Yeah, I used to be able to counter with the health care or low home prices, but that's fucking gone. So yeah, you win.
Yeah, no, even in the US, you know, yeah, technically you still have the constitution stuff like that, but you know, paper don't enforce themselves, right? It's like law
Yeah.
paper don't enforce themselves.
It's true. Ultimately, the fucking cops can crush your nuts, do whatever
Exactly.
the fuck they want, and it's up
And
to
get
you
away
to
with it.
defend against it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So if they don't
know,
kill you, it's up to you
it's-
in a court of law in your own dime, you know, or get some fucking.
Well, the law
half-assed-
ain't worth shit anymore because it's
No.
all ideological, right?
But it's
So
never
that's
worth
actually-
shit. It's always like might make right. That's always the truth of the world.
You're
It's
absolutely
like gravity,
right.
right? It's like
You're absolutely right, Mr. Max.
You cannot get away from it. We can pretend when we're doing something indifferent.
And you're right, Max. You're right. But the thing is that strong men, they fight against injustice. I mean, it's just in tune. Most people are like, that's not right. I don't want to be a part of that shit. Even
Strong
if like
men make good times.
that's right, dude. You
But-
got to be
but-
strong. You got to.
But
be
now,
fucking strong.
but that's a problem too now because like I told you about that before. Like we like trick the strong man into believing into freedom and personal like make your own choice and stuff like that. And no, I'm gonna get involved. Oh, it's not my business. Individualism, stuff like that. You know, we need the strong man to get
I'm an
involved and
individual.
fight for the
hang on,
Listen, Max, some guy was-
hang on.
What?
I think this is probably the only room on the internet where I can make this statement and actually fucking not get told I'm a conspiracy theory maniac.
You're
because I
conspiracy.
get that.
You're conspiracy
Oh, no,
theorist
you
maniac
say.
there.
I'm not talking about Ancient Aliens or Justin's mom. Hang on.
Hey, my
what I'm
mom does not
talking about
exist. Thank you
is
very much.
The absolute truth of the matter of the long march through the institutions and the cultural Marxism that has taken over Western culture. It is fucking insidious, and it's disturbing to me because one of the first things they do is they get in the brain pattern of individualism is the most important thing. Now, all individuals have to agree on this thing. See, if you're an individual, you agree with the group. What? And also, gender doesn't matter. And Mao did that. Dress all the men and all the women the same, so that way you remove the idea of a family. Why? Because if religion's gone and family's gone, who do you have left to turn to? Oh, the government. Oh,
My
okay.
big thing is
The only-
This is our problem.
Preaching to the choir, Bear.
We
Preaching
can
to the
all
choir.
fucking because Max is Max. No one else but Max is Max. That's who he fucking
Thank
is.
Jesus.
Shadow is Shadow. Brian is Brian. Quit these
Yeah, but
fucking
that's
la-
not the point of
But
it.
the thing is, no, this is where strong men come into play. You don't kill somebody because you disagree with them. You don't force your will on somebody because you disagree with them. You just disagree with them. You live the way you live. You allow them to live the way they live. But when someone encroaches on your lifestyle or your ability to live the way you wish, that's when there's a problem. That's where strong men, if you want, it's easy to fucking fight. It's easy to wage war. It's hard to be peaceful and to retract and to, rescind.
But
It's
we
hard
also
to
have
live with people you don't you
strong men
disagree.
also have to protect the weaker people.
Yes, that
that's
is the
part of
point.
that's our duty, and we also sometimes we have to protect
the
them
essence of
against themselves because we have like
Mhm.
so those psychological operation. People get fucking fed up like a bunch of bullshit in their mind when they're young. They're going to
But
school.
hang
They get
on,
fucking brainwashed.
hang on,
We need to
hang
fucking
on.
protect them.
Hang on. History has shown us, though, strong men can be pushed to a point by things within society where they become the victims of manipulation by the evil men who use them against each other. And that is exactly what fucking Charlie Chaplin said when he gives his machine men with machine minds speech. He's talking about how the strong men give themselves over to men who are not strong, who are wicked men, who then use the strong men to enforce their will upon the others. And that's why Captain America is my favorite fucking superhero of all time, because he stands up to that
Captain
bullshit.
America was part of the March Through the Institutions, bro.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Justin, shut the fuck up.
No, because that was one of
Everything I disagree with is an insidious plot.
No, it's because the March Through the Institutions happened 80 years
Not
before
wrong.
you think it did.
Okay, Captain America is not a communist. Jesus Christ.
I didn't say he was a communist. I said he was part of the whole archetype.
See, here's what
communism was a byproduct of the March Through the Institutions.
I think
not the
that
cause.
I should be the emperor, and I will create a bunch of bioengineered super soldiers, and I will exterminate
that's just
anyone who
fake
disagrees
shit.
with whatever I want.
So one time in a conversation with friends, I said, well, in a world where I'm king, it'll be a perfect world because blah, blah, blah. And my friend looked up and went, not my fucking perfect world. And that's the problem, right? We all think we're the best choice to rule.
Yeah. That's why we gotta.
And that's why we need to get out into space. We each can have our own individual world, right?
That's right. Collective individualism. That's like we're all fucking unique. There's no one like any of us. So let's not live like we're in these groups and shit. Because I guarantee, Hungar, you don't believe in everything that I believe, and I don't believe in everything that you believe. But you know what?
You're a degenerate, bro.
Wait, Squirrel said Brian's a libertine?
I am. I'm pretty libertine, but you know.
No. Do you guys know what libertine is? Do you mean libertarian? Because libertine is a sexual thing.
No. He likes the cakes and
libertines are sexual, like they're into free sex and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's right.
So where's the lie?
If that's your thing, then go for it.
But I'm just saying, are you a libertine? Is that your thing, dude?
Why am I? How is it that I'm supposed to print my will or my morals upon you? If you want to go pump a fucking,
that's because most people like people are fucking sheep and sheep need shepherd, right? If the good people don't become good shepherd, the bad people will become bad shepherd, right? And lead them
the
to
wolves will become the shepherds.
Exactly, the wolves will become the shepherd. Exactly.
And
the thing is, like,
but every wolf thinks they're a shepherd.
That's right.
No, that's not true. They know they're fucking wolf.
So here's the thing you need to understand. Hang on,
I don't see a lot of drones because the people that I grew up with, the people that I raised in my life, are free thinkers.
Quick second before we get too far down this road. It's not that we need to be wolves. We need to be fucking rams, because a ram can fuck up a wolf when he's protecting the flock.
We need to
by
be
hitting that
sheepdog.
fucker straight in the fucking skull. And that's the problem. We only have sheep and wolves left in our society, and the rams are being told to go sit in the corner.
Here's the deal, Bear. I disagree with that. There's sheep, there's wolves, and then there's sheepdogs. And the real people who care about what's going on in society, in my opinion, are the sheepdogs.
Yeah.
They want to keep away the wolves, but they want to protect the sheep because the sheep are too stupid to take care of themselves.
The sheep cannot make a difference between the wolf and the
before we made dogs, sir. The male of the flock always protected the flock. Yes, their sheep were lost, but it was a give and take war with the wolves and the predators. Once we brought humans into the equation, we needed sheepdogs to control the fucking sheep, and that's what the police are. They are the sheepdogs of our society. They control us as opposed to us controlling ourselves.
Well, that's another thing. Like you're talking about.
Welcome to the revolution.
The police, they're fucking tax collectors.
Seize the means of production.
It's just like, there used to be peacemakers, right? There used to be peacekeepers. Let's keep the peace. If me and Max are brawling it up in the street, they come in and they stop it. Go home. Go the fuck home, right?
Yeah, but
and
what
if
kind
Max
of peace
wanted to, because I kicked
brother?
Max's ass and he's pissed, he can go through the legal and sue me or some bullshit.
Yeah.
They have those. So, make the cops peacekeepers again instead of these fucking,
But that's the thing.
policy.
They're not. The police are okay. I worked in protection services for far too long. The police are not there to protect you.
They're not.
And the police are not there to keep the peace. They're there to stop you, and they're there to fill out the paperwork on your body.
That's right.
Yeah.
Warren versus DC. The police are not there to serve and protect. They're
The police are there to collect money.
That's it.
And collect
forced,
money, exactly.
the police are forced extortionists because when they fine you, that money is going to the government system.
Yeah.
I saw this thing the other day. It's like I wake up at 4:30 in the morning to start my day. I work 9 hours a day, 5 days a week. I never see the government until Friday when my paycheck comes, and then I see the government.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It's like government is.
And then now you got police, policing for profit. Let's go hit the shit that makes us money. Fuck everything else. The cops don't know the law for the things that they're enforcing. I mean, a lawyer takes 10 years or so. A cop takes 6 months to go through the academy and is on the street enforcing the laws of the land. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And then for the people to just the cops address you in some way. The people don't know their rights because they don't see the reality of it. Because in the reality, the cops don't follow the fucking law because they have all these laws that provide them cover and protections if they break the law in the color of law. So it's like there's no equality.
You have rights, but they have a gun.
Well, I mean, I have a gun too.
Well, I
the first thing I would do is pull it on
Exactly.
Yeah, you go to prison if you use it. They get paid vacation.
Exactly. They get fired. That's it.
The thing is, I stopped
If
being a supporter of law enforcement when I watched all those cops stand there and during the summer of love.
Amen.
Or
Amen.
kneel.
I'll never back the blue. They can get bent.
Yeah.
What are you referring to, James? Sorry, I don't understand.
The summer of love. Back
When there was all those riots for
and-
George
Yeah,
Floyd.
when
The
they-
BLM summer. Okay, yeah.
When they ran with their
First
tails
was-
between their
well,
legs.
because
They would take a knee.
It was nothing but peace and flowers, and if you say otherwise, you're a bigot.
Well, you are a
crush
bigot,
you.
but
Be a
that's
bigot,
beside the
James.
point.
Well,
It was a
that's beside the
mostly.
point.
I remember it was like a mostly peaceful protest, and the people
I wasn't
Fire.
a bigot.
given the speech was standing in front of a burning CVS or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
The best thing that I've seen in a long time was those tribal police and the Echo terrorists.
Oh fuck! Don't not fuck with
you
res
don't mess with
police,
the
man.
tribal police.
Oh, I
Do
know.
not mess.
They
with
rode
res
through that. They
police.
rode through that barricade with their truck like it's their job, and then they whip out their gun, and the woman said, "There, we're peaceful Echo protesters." Ah, she's crying, and they're putting her in the fucking handcuffs.
Did you guys-
Freaking
did you guys
Lakota
ever hear
cop
about,
didn't give a shit about their peaceful protest.
Did you guys ever hear about what
That was the one
called
because someone
the,
called and said they had guns, though, right?
No.
No. That was
No.
just them showing up and clearing the fucking
They
road.
go because they were blocking traffic.
They were blocking 10 miles of traffic in the
No,
desert.
someone called in and said that they were being violent and pointing guns at drivers, and that's where they came in hot like that.
No.
The res comes in hot no
Agreed,
matter
Michael,
what.
agreed.
Yeah, this
Okay, so
I-
did you guys in the
I've dealt
States
with
ever hear
some
about the
red
Oka
cops.
crisis?
Hey,
Because are
one
not-
at a time. Bear had the
acting
floor,
around.
bro.
Yeah.
Did you guys in
ahead,
the States ever hear about the Oka crisis?
No.
So back in the 90s, the Quebec government got this stupid fucking idea in their head that they were going to approve development of native lands in an area called Oka for a golf course. And the fucking Mohawks went, fuck that shit.
Yeah, that worked out well for them, didn't it?
It did. It worked out real well for them because they took, not only did they take that area, they came here in Montreal and closed down the bridge, the Mercier Bridge that goes on to Res land. So they closed access to the island from one point. I had a buddy of mine was an ex-native. He was an ex-military, American military sniper who told me that he spent the entire fucking crisis camped in a tree with a 50 cal sniper rifle, just keeping random Sûreté Quebec, the police guys' heads in his sights, just waiting for pull a gun, bitches, and I'm just gonna start popping fucking heads. And that's what the Quebec didn't understand, was that most of the Mohawks served in the U.S. military, and most of them were either Rangers or Marine Force Recon.
Oh yeah, those guys are
you know?
badasses.
And they were up here just waiting for it to get on. They're just
Rangers
like,
lead the
let's
way.
do it.
Oh, yeah, it's like you don't fuck around on the res.
Well, it's funny. It's like, like in Texas, they're busing illegals up into all the sanctuary cities, right? And it's like, oh, what you're feeling right now, that's our whole fucking state. So, instead of fucking just let the problem be held with somebody else, if we're all a country, we got to deal with this problem together. But, it's not like that.
And look what happened to Adams.
It's like the Quebec people wanting a fucking golf course or so whatever, and then
so
just
here's the thing,
encroaching
though.
on
Here's the
it's
thing.
just ridiculous. It's fucking.
Here's the thing. I don't know if Mr. Boivin will agree with me or not, but working class French Canadians have zero or very few issues with the natives here. They actually tend to get along very well because that's where
I
they
get along very well with them.
right?
Sure.
But
Yeah.
what I call the intelligentsia, which are the
people-
educated Quebecois, they fucking hate the natives
Yeah.
because they know that the natives own more of this province than they do. And it drives
See,
them
it's all,
fucking nuts.
again, it's like in everything. It's like you have that minority fucking it up for the majority, and it's just like you can't fall into these goddamn fucking patterns thinking that everybody's doing this because they're not. Most people aren't doing this crazy fucking shit.
I think there's also like it goes a little further than that because there's a liberal, they try to they pretend that they're like native and they treat them like fucking special case, right? And with like a white glove and stuff like that, and the natives don't like that.
They'll start inciting interest groups like the whole.
Look what they did with the pipelines. Look what they did with the pipelines.
Well, I was thinking
Western tribes were matriarchies by history. They went in because the matriarch said yes, put the pipeline through. They went in and created a male leader council to stand against it, and then put that in the media. It was fucked up.
Yeah.
Like this is horseshit, guys.
But you even get the school thing, right? That just went on last year.
That fucking mess. Yeah.
Well, they had the university go out and do the sound radar thing, and they found one thing, and the report said it could be either a tree root or a dead body.
Or a brick, or rocks, or air pockets. They don't know, but the government's made it illegal to exhume those fucking sites.
No, they did the whole news thing for 6 months. I remember seeing the lady on City Pulse. She said, "There's not even a sign or a plaque here, and there's a big marble column right behind her with a fucking plaque on it, talking about the school and the children and all that." So that was a lie right there on the TV. And then when you read the report, they're like, we're waiting for funding to do excavations. The second they got that, like a snap, it went off the airwaves. We never heard from it again. But they did dig up and they found nothing. They found
what happened? Like they're building on like a cemetery or something?
No. So they had a thing in Canada called the residential schools, where basically they would take native children off the res and educate them in the white way. And then they started this whole idea that there were mass graves on all these sites. And there's been no proof of it, which is the problem. And now they've blocked anyone from digging up these supposed mass graves to answer the question.
It was like such a they made like a deep penetrating radar, and they say, oh, we found something. It could be a grave, could be a brick, whatever. It wasn't like, and then like say, oh, it's a grave. The media went, oh, it's a grave, and then oh, it's an unmarked grave, and then oh, it's a mass grave. It snowballed so fast. And then it was like, oh, tens and thousands of mass grave. Like, what are you talking about?
Last I heard,
funny when they do retractions, when news agencies do retractions,
they haven't done a retraction.
You don't. Well, that's what I'm saying. Even if they do a retraction, you never hear of it.
No,
they put it or just not get any news from it.
The media are the enemy of the people.
I used to work in news radio when I worked in radio. And I remember during the SARS epidemic, I walked in to work one day, and my friend Betsy was the producer. She goes, "Come here, I want to play something for you." And she took me into the production booth, and she played this audio clip, and it was our program director, Jim, going, "SARS, what is it? Some people have it. Some people have died. Stand by for our special report coming Wednesday night." I went, "Was this a joke you and Jim put together?" She goes, "No, this started airing this morning." And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Wasn't SARS like bird flu or pig flu or something?
It was fear. Fear sells, right?
Yeah, it's just a respiratory illness that comes from Asia.
Yeah.
It's a corona. It's a type of coronavirus.
Because about every couple hundred years, some crazy shit cooks up out of there and wipes out a quarter of the human race.
Guardian of the Rune got it right there. Shot the light.
Like, there you go. I mean, it's the way life goes, I guess.
But to come back to what Bear was saying about the working class people and the native, like they would. Well, if I was working class, I get along more with the working class. But the liberals would hear us talk when we're hanging out with native and stuff like that. They would be horrified because we fucking like we tease each other and we say shit to each other, But it's all in good fun, right? We know what we are, we know where we stand, right? We can just have a beer together. We're gonna fucking say shit to each other. But
Dude,
at the end of the day,
for real.
What?
For real. No, you're
this,
right.
Yeah.
This is a
When I-
diverse group of fucking guys right here on this, just on this channel right here.
And
I
wha- and
guarantee
one
Yeah,
woman.
especially nerds.
most of us don't
Most
agree
diverse guy here.
100% with each other, but you know what? We're still talking.
Yeah.
We're still fucking rolling dice. We're playing fucking toys. We're painting
Listen,
fucking army
listen,
men.
guys. Nerds cock is bigger than all of ours, and we know it. We just hang our heads in shame.
Nerd's nerd is an ex-Marine. She thinks purple is a flavor.
Hey, it's a good flavor, right?
It is. It's just
purple a
not
good
great.
flavor?
When I used to run a security team in Vancouver, I had a native guy on my shift, Clyde. This guy was fucking awesome. And he, like, literally, I'd call him on the radio, I'd be like, Patrol 3, go check out the park. He'd be like, no, Whitey, you stole my land. I'd be like, yeah. We gave you fucking shiny beads and fire water. Go check the parkade. Okay, I'm going. And this is the way we talk to each other. And we all had fun and we all respected each other. You know what I mean? All we needed was some fucking condo dweller to come by and hear us talking like that, and it would have been a fucking civil fucking outcry of racism and security, and you know what I mean? Like, it's
Exactly.
insanity.
And we need to be able to laugh at those things, because otherwise, if we take it all seriously and stuff like that, then we're gonna start hating each other. You know, if we're able to make light of it, that's how we get past it.
I had that issue once. I was talking to my buddy Eric, Wabooga, we're at work, and it was that time that the lottery was
He got a
really.
big bone in his nose, did he?
No, but he was black.
No, he was red.
he was black. He was like cold. But we were talking. The lottery was really big, and I bought a lottery ticket. I was like, Eric, if I win the lottery, I'm going to get you a ticket back to Africa, right? And this woman in the line heard that shit, and she's like, I can't believe you said that, you racist. And Eric like that is like, stupid bitch, I am from Africa. Shut the fuck up. You do not know what you are talking about.
Yeah,
I want to
Eric's
go home and see
family
my
was
dad.
rich. They owned coffee plantations, and his dad was weird. Like, his dad paid for his tuition, but that was it.
That was it.
So that he could go to UCF, right? So Eric was expected to pay for his rent, his food, everything else. Only his tuition and books were paid for. And that was just how his dad ran it.
When
And
I used
they
to run a
had,
geotechnical lab, I used to be the lab manager, and our engineer was he's a prince from Kenya, like a real fucking prince for whatever shit. And his family came to the work one day, and there was like guards and shit, and I'm in my lab doing my fucking paperwork, and these guards pal in, and his father comes in, and he's all, peacocking and shit. I'm like, what's up, dude? I'm like, fuck it. I'm just like, you're just another dude. But it was funny. It was just like, and then when they left, they're like, Brian, you didn't address my dad like that. Yeah, I addressed your dad like that. You might not, but I did.
Dude, when I was working in the first call center I ever worked at, we had this one guy. It was a Kenyan. I think he was Kenyan, could have been Cameroonian. And he was awesome. We called him Prince Charles because Charles was an awesome guy. And then one day, this white girl started talking to him, and she quit the next day. So we're like, why the fuck did she quit? What happened? We found out. We talked to him in HR. He's like, apparently all the other girls from Prince Charles's tribe that work there, he's the son of the fucking chief. He is literally Prince Charles to these people, and they weren't having no white bitch get near him, so they cornered the girl in the lunchroom and explained to her they would fucking kill her. It's like, holy shit.
Kenyans are crazy. Yeah, Eric's dad. If Eric wanted to go visit his family, Eric paid the ticket back to Africa. His dad paid for nothing but the books and his college tuition.
Yeah, we got
And
that.
the funny thing is, Eric's family was very, very wealthy.
Mhm.
But he said, you're learning to be a man. You've been spoiled your whole life. You plan on taking over the coffee plantation, taking over the business. You need to know how to take care of things.
Yeah.
So here's your
They
tuition.
had, like,
This is
most
the
of
thing,
their
right?
slaves were from Bangladesh.
Yeah, a lot of their slaves were from India and Bangladesh
Yeah.
and Southern
That's the
Africa.
thing. You got like the working value is what's missing in our society. When I was working for Keurig for a short period of time, I had a lot of respect for them as a company for one simple reason. Every year, they send 4 or 5 of their people, executives, C-level, down to Colombia to go look at the coffee production that goes on for them. They don't go down there and stay in a fucking hotel. They go sleep in the fucking quarters with the workers and work the fields for 2 fucking weeks. These are like people making $100K plus a year. They go and do the job, and it's a competition within the company. People want to be selected for it. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
fucking good
I
shit,
think
you
I'm
know?
gonna leave, Hungar.
Well,
I'm going to take off.
all right, I'm getting ready to end the show anyway.
Well, I salute you. May your blade chip and shatter. See, I got my Chris knife.
Nice.
I like the one from the miniseries the best.
The curved one with the bow handle.
That's a circumcision knife.
Well, there's a trucking company.
It's not a Chris knife. It's a
Chris
brick. Gotcha.
Shy hello.
Knife, get out of here.
There's a trucking company I worked for back in the day, and they used to send their trip planners.
Take care, James.
Bye, James.
Party on, man.
Later, brother. They
Enjoy
would
that
send,
spice
they'd
orgy.
send awesome. They'd send office people out on the road with the truckers for like 2 weeks at a time. If you're a trucker, you had to volunteer for that. You got extra money, and you pretty much ran. They would have to see what it was actually like to be out on the road before you know they were really allowed to move up in the dispatch, because a lot of people who are sitting in office don't know what it's like out there.
And then you're making decisions that are stupid and fuck over the company.
Yeah, you're trying to make decisions for a driver.
Oh, yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, upper management is so removed from the actual operation, they don't know how the fucking thing actually works. So it's usually mid-management are the ones who know how everything works.
Well, you even take the amount of money, right? Like you take the average business owner in the 60s, they made 3 or 4 times what the line worker made. Now they make 400 or 500 times what the line worker made.
Well, that's why Ben and Jerry's can't hold on to good executives, because they have a company policy. No one makes more than twice the guy lower than them in the tree. And that goes all the way up to the top of the company. So once people get to the high level, they do that for a couple of years to get the experience, and then they get snatched up by other corporations for big salaries, right?
Yeah.
So what you're saying, we need to seize the mean of production.
That's what Nerd said.
Yeah.
But not the way the communists did it. There were other socialists that did it far more effectively and profitable.
Do tell.
This is gonna sound weird. The Mormons actually did a really good job of it.
The Mormons?
Oh yeah, they set up a communist society and it worked great.
Well, it can work on a small scale, when you fight your society, when you know the other people. The problem is that often like communist society are run by people not of the people, right? They're like foreigner.
That's exactly it. It works great in this small scale because it was like 200 people. They all knew each other. There wasn't enough where you needed someone to come in and say, I will lead your communism and teach you how to do it. And take authority.
It wouldn't be communism because communism is a specific type of socialism. It would be socialist and probably Mormon. That's a big problem a lot of people have.
It was a communist society.
No, because that's a specific type of socialism.
It's not a type of socialism. It's actually a completely different economic structure that's similar to socialism. But the Mormon society was communist.
Okay.
I honestly, I'm not, I hate to agree with Justin, but I think communism is a facet of socialism.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's next to it. It's commonly used as interchangeable in modern verbiage, but there are strict differences based on who owns the means. Basically, communism is everyone is the government, and the government owns everything. Where socialism takes a slightly different approach where the workers own it. There is overlap, but they are distinct.
Yeah, but we all know that real communism has never been tried.
Plus, what we're talking about is what we tend to look at in the world is Marxism, Stalinism, or Maoism, and those are the problem. Those are the three really bad options.
All right, guys. Go ahead, Nerd.
So I was just going to say that you have the same problem with communism as you do the benevolent dictator. They work great on paper, but we're people, we screw it up, and then they always turn to crap real quick.
Hungar, be my benevolent dictator.
On paper, but we don't live on paper.
Hungar, be my benevolent dictator. I'll follow you into hell, sir.
No, thank you.
Leave me the fuck
but
alone.
You got to still wear that hat. That's the only condition.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, the hat has to stay. If he doesn't wear the hat, I don't follow him anywhere.
I don't want to be.
You got to wear it on the other side. I don't follow people on that side. I follow only people with the fucking ball.
No, you're the first one going in the cages.
Dictator.
So Hungar, spiritual leader.
Were we nice or naughty today?
Yeah,
I think I was
cold for everybody.
Cold for
it's the traditional gift.
That was really good, Max.
That was not bad.
Yeah, but thanks for coming on today, guys. It was a little spicy. We're a little spicy today.
Yeah.
Hungar's chaotic nature live stream. Why is it spicy?
Because you spun the wheel and got.
So we didn't choose
thanks for
violence
coming
today. We
on.
chose spicy.
Remember, 99.9% of the shit we're talking about is jokes. So don't get your pennies in a knot.
The other one is assaulting women.
The other one is pure honest opinion and insulting. So you pick which one it is. But yeah, thanks for coming on. The show was late today, and Brian still didn't show up until halfway through. He's like, "What the fuck?" We started half an hour
He's
later.
still on his honeymoon. Give him a break. He's still on his honeymoon.
Yeah.
He's
You're lucky. I at least I put my underwear on, so I got my panties on. So you got that much.
As long as they're not water.
red.
They're yours or theirs? No.
Wow.
I couldn't tell. It's definitely not hers because hers usually go on my head. They don't go-
Julio's man thongs.
I can just picture a picture of sneaking into Brian's bedroom, opening up his underwear drawer, and it's all leopard print.
I'm gonna eat my Pockies.
No, it's gonna be like every other guy. It's like your
And
underwear is
watch
like
anime.
10 years old. It's got holes in
Hockey
it.
is fucking delicious,
But
man.
it's still leopard print.
It wasn't originally leopard print, but over time.
Oh.
Sometimes it just doesn't wash out. So, like, fuck it. That's good enough.
Oh, dear God.
You disgusting bastard.
How do you get it on the sides?
That's great. That's
If I have to
great.
explain it to you, Shadow, then
Oh, dear God.
yeah, brother.
You're just too innocent.
They weren't originally
okay with
weapons.
that. I really am.
They go
Wow.
commando all the time, man. Come on.
You know we ain't right. And like I said earlier, people ask me why I'm not monetized.
Ta-da.
And I think
You haven't
we
put
proved
us
it.
Film this video and they will ding, the light bulb will
Yeah,
go
we
on.
proved why I am not and never will be monetized. But we have fun on
You
my
should
show.
replace the Restream logo with this space is available for advertisement.
I have
Or
to make
just
sure
it says,
he
"Fuck
never
you."
ever sees this episode.
Hold up.
It's funny. I mean, out of all of our channels, are any of us monetized?
I am.
Are you?
There he is.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why he doesn't show his face here.
No, I don't think my face is. I'm not wearing- Listen, fuck stick. I've shown my face plenty of times. on
No,
this
I'm
show.
kidding,
just
man,
naked
I'm
right
kidding.
now, so fuck
That's why
you.
he's talking with his hand in front of his mouth. You can't quite get my way to do.
That's kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't.
Trust me, no one wants to see what I look like right now.
I do hope to get there
He's got
someday,
the
but
lipstick on.
yeah, wow.
Oh wait, I'm partially monetized. I guess I can get the super chat. I never do. But I guess
Monetization
Ooh,
is a bigger
super
fucking
chat.
headache
That's where they can
than
pay you money and
imagine.
stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Like all my live streams, I don't monetize because I never know what someone's gonna say. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be like on the beating stick from YouTube.
Yeah.
But super chats I can get, memberships I have, I don't mind, and any non-live stream stuff I do, I'm allow advertising on it. I get like maybe $100 a month if I'm lucky, and that's mostly super chats. You know,
exactly. If you can get it right.
Oh, speaking
And
of,
then-
real quick, Shadow. I loved how Jackie was squirming on the latest video on some of those cards.
Those X cards.
Oh man, I cannot wait to see what he's like in 5 years after he's experienced some life.
Yeah,
like-
that's why we're doing the
same way.
videos, man. You know,
Okay.
you can look back and go, "Oh my God!"
I can't believe.
That's great.
yeah, I saw
All
that.
right,
Those
guys.
the X cards. Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
gonna bounce it out.
Hungar man,
Alrighty, guys.
you are a legend always.
Keep it weird.
Peace,
Happy
love, and
trails,
chicken
folks.
fish. Thanks everybody for coming on. The show today was fun. Remember, make me a sandwich. We'll keep you out of issues.
All right.
But if your woman is able to walk from the bedroom to the kitchen to make
You're
a
doing something
sandwich,
wrong.
you're doing something wrong.
True.
Keep that bitch in her place. I'm sorry. Yeah, Brian, you didn't hear what my buddy took me to. My buddy took me to a handicap strip club last night. That
Did
place
that
is
one.
just crawling with bitches.
You did that one already, Bear.
Yeah, but Brian wasn't here.
You know, I'm not a big fan of the strip clubs because, look, man, if I see a naked chick wiggling in front of me, I ain't giving her a fucking dollar. That's the next progression is not to give them a dollar; it's to do
And that's
something
why
else. So.
Max and
I
I were
don't make it
employed
rain.
for
I
many
make it
years.
hell. I
as
take
bouncers.
Nicholas to the strip
One at
club.
a time.
You give them quarters. Come here,
Not
baby.
Nichols. Nichols. I make that shit hell. They're like, make it rain, Daddy. I was like, today's forecast.
Make it rain.
Max,
Oh shit! We didn't just
Make
go to
it
a fucking
hail.
titty bar
Make it
just to see
hail.
Hungar in action, man. I want to see that shit.
You gotta take a
Max,
slingshot with you.
did you ever bounce in a strip club?
No, I never did.
It is the worst bouncing job you can have because the
I can
fucking
imagine.
customers hate you and
Yeah.
the strippers hate
The
you
strippers
Yeah.
probably hate
because
you.
you're getting in the way of them getting extra cash for the little
Yeah.
things they do they're not allowed to do. But here's
Yeah.
the problem. The police fine you if they come in and catch shit going on because it's your job to fucking keep it from happening.
No shit.
Worst
Yeah.
fucking job ever.
Yeah, I never been interested in doing it. I've been on the other side though, so.
How much were you a stripper
Is
for then,
anybody
Max?
even
What?
remotely shocked?
What is it?
All right.
Were you working at Club 281, Max, swinging your dick for the housewives?
No. As a customer, I mean.
Oh, okay.
No,
was
man,
like,
I'm not gonna
damn.
go fucking
All
swing
right.
my
Well,
dick there.
guys, have a great day. Make sure that you have fun. Be a decent
For sure.
person. Make somebody smile. That's
Be a
why
force of good in the world. That's right.
You know, I keep getting a lot of looks every time I go out lately, and I don't know why.
You're dressed like Santa Claus. You know that,
It's
right?
fucking warm and it's cold outside. I know why Santa wore this shit because he lives in the fucking North Pole.
Hell yeah. He knows what's up.
It's a good hat.
You want the Russian Pellegrina?
Yeah, the little.
I just, you know,
No.
it's good to make people smile because if it makes somebody
Oh.
smile or laugh every day,
Yeah.
you're not wasting your time on the planet.
Yeah, I hope we
Absolutely.
made some people laugh today. Some
Yeah,
people
that's
maybe
my
cry.
philosophy.
You made some people cry. Absolutely.
I'm sure you made me want to subscribe.
We spread emotions.
Emotional.
All right, everybody. Have a great day.
Take care. all.
You're weird, guys.